what advice would you give to someone that's planning a trip to, let's say, Cartagena, Colombia? Where should they stay and why? Yeah, please know.
But no, what I would definitely tell everyone to do is go to a meta search. What a meta search is, and I know I'm throwing a lot of words at you guys. Sorry about that. It's a search engine for OTAs or online travel agencies. An example would be Kayak, Trivago. That's where you can compare prices for other sites. And that's where cooperation really comes into play. So when you go to Kayak, they're going to show you Expedia rates. They're going to show you Booking.com rates. They're going to show you Priceline rates head to head. You know, that transparency is there. They truly don't care who you book with because it all goes back to them. That's where cooperation is on full display. But from the standpoint of consumer, you can see what your options are. And then, you know, the next thing I would do, Rob, I would call the hotel directly and find out what their availability is. Because here's the thing, they may not have availability. They may be sold out, but it doesn't mean you can't still go with that hotel off the website. And here's another thing, as far as a best practice, always contact the hotel directly. And you know what I like to do, Rob? I like to ask them questions. And, you know, energy is transferable, right? Because you have that positive energy I can feel. You got that kung fu glow. So here's the thing. Not everybody has that, brother. So sometimes when you call them and they kind of give you the, no, I don't really have time for this. It's a good, you know, barometer of, do I want to spend my money? You know, and I'm not just talking about the low end places. I'm talking about the high end places. So if they're not respecting my dollar, why give it to them, right? And you know that from your experience of, you know, being in the business. So contact the hotel directly, you know, check the prices out there, see what kind of rooms out there. And another thing that I strongly, strongly encourage people to do, make sure you have a list of the things you want to accomplish and what area accomplishes that the best.